Chapter 3. The Most Unreliable Organ. A few centuries ago, astrologists believed that Earth was in the center of the universe and everything else revolved around it. Even before that, the myths circulated about the Earth being cube shaped and having a clear end line somewhere in the misty oceans. People once thought that they could heal different diseases by cutting someone's arm and letting it bleed. Some other people believed a short, black haired man in Germany who liked to spread hate when he said he would build a superior nation made up of tall, blonde people. When I was a child, I believed my grandparents when they told me eating carrots would help me to whistle better, and my improved whistles would attract pigeons. Apparently, when I was a kid, I really loved pigeons. I also believed spinach made you stronger, but I resisted eating it to avoid getting disproportionately large forearms. When I moved away from home, I told everybody that I was okay when in reality I was really lonely and afraid. I believed that winning someone's attention and love was something that could be bought. So I purchased clothes that made me fit with my new environment. As a 15-year-old boy, I thought it was lame to be nice to others, and showing disinterest was the way to win others' respect. When I had my first boyfriend, I thought we would always be together. We would have a little cottage in the woods with lots of cats, and we would be happy just being together. When he first cheated on me, I thought that I would never forgive him. When we broke up, I was certain I would never love anybody as much as I loved him, and nobody would love me as he did. Then I had another boyfriend who loved me much more than I loved him. I thought I was responsible for his feelings and I felt guilty for not loving him more. I felt like a horrible person for not loving him as much as he loved me. I was wrong all the way through from the carrots to love. I'm sure that if I look back 5 years from now to my thoughts today, I might feel that I was wrong. I hope I will. It means that I'll know more and be smarter in 5 years. I don't even believe there is absolute right or wrong. There are things you experience to be right or wrong for you based on your values. Approaching it objectively, your freedom of practicing your righteousness expands to the point where you violate someone else's freedom in doing so. Not considering the extreme negative values like those of the loud, short, black haired German that some people consider right, we can agree that right or wrong is largely subjective. Based on their different experiences and values, people can have different answers to the same questions. None of those answers are inherently better or worse than another, as long as it doesn't harm someone else's freedom. Our own answers might be different today than what we thought 10 years ago. Many years ago, I was convinced that I should be mean to gain respect. Today, I believe I was wrong back then. Humans have a superpower, the ability to think. We think about our thoughts and emotions. Our brains work all the time. When we become puzzled about something, like what we should think about a situation, our brain starts to search through our emotional memory and fishes out a solution that we applied previously to a similar situation. This often gets us in trouble because each situation is different and would require a tailor made response, especially in cases when we deal with different people. For example, imagine that your ex cheated on you in a nasty manner by chatting on the phone with a lover. It is not uncommon that after a trauma like this, you will be on edge whenever you see your partner typing on the phone, even when you are with a different partner. If you don't pay close attention to your thoughts, your brain on autopilot mode will release an emergency troop of emotions to deal with the threatening situation. Your new partner will find your lack of trust offensive and you will end up having a fight. Reacting to unique situations with the same solution fished out from your emotional memory will cause you a lot of headaches. Our brain problems don't stop at the emotional memory responses. The brain is a very fickle organ. It makes us believe we heard and saw things that weren't really there. It can even rewrite our memory. For example, research has been done where people were shown holiday pictures in Disneyland where Bugs Bunny shakes hands with the kids. After the slideshow was over, some subjects clearly remembered shaking Bugs Bunny's hand as well when they were in Disneyland, even though Bugs Bunny is a Warner Brothers character. Thus, he was never a character in Disneyland. The faster you accept that your mind should be questioned from time to time, the better you will become at making decisions. The better decisions you make, the better your life quality will be. Don't forget, I might be wrong with what I just said. Based on their different experiences and values, people can have different answers to the same questions. None of those answers are inherently better or worse than another, as long as it doesn't harm someone else's freedom. You should question each of your most steadfast beliefs from time to time because your brain learns, improves, and experiences novelty each day. If you really examine your beliefs under a microscope, you might discover that you are operating based on outdated beliefs. Questioning ingrained beliefs can be uncomfortable, but if you discover that they are no longer accurate, your life can improve for the better. For example, a person who used to be overweight may still operate based on his fat self image related beliefs even after he loses a lot of weight. I had a client who lost a lot of weight and actually became quite fit and muscular. Still, for a long time, he acted very bashful and shy around women. He was surprised when women would talk to him and was convinced that they wanted something from him instead of being interested in getting to know him. It took my client a while to slim his beliefs down to his new body. He used to be my patient, and we worked together for a few months on his issue until he successfully updated his beliefs. If a person with a negative self image can go from feeling that he is worthless to a belief like I can make changes for the better, it can have a huge impact on his quality of life. Questioning old, outdated beliefs can help in the fight against anxiety too.